Good afternoon, Dark Age Camelot community and fellow Americans and people around the world watching my YouTube channel. It is Josh with yet one more video to humiliate the United States almighty government. Today we're going to discuss some things. These guys are liberal, hypocritical crap supporters. So I was going to go with my American Dream shirt that has, Barack Hussein, Hitler, and Hitlery Clinton, but you guys have already seen that one. So I thought I'd go with a different one, and this is a hoodie that's probably in the near future going to get stolen from me, if you know what I mean. You will notice it has the cat in the hat with the LGBFG fuck Joe Biden, let's go Brandon, because liberals with their mental illness want to ban Dr. Seuss of all things. Okay. I'm the one who needs the Zoloft, though, guys. These idiots want to ban Dr. Seuss. They have a problem with The Cat in the Hat and Green Eggs and Ham. Are you fucking kidding me? Anyway, and you will notice it has America with a Band-Aid. Okay, with the United States so divided. I'm just glad to be on the side that believes in God, has the most guns, and knows which restroom to use. So this is part of the reason why I'm not afraid of these guys. But today's video is going to be about Mr. J. James on YouTube, who is identifying as some type of government employee. We're going to cover a couple things on that, actually, because I'm guessing Mr. J. James, if he thinks he's being funny because he's on the internet and thinks I can't find him, there's something else there, too. But this is one of his responses today while I was at work earning the taxes that are needed to fund his salary, because he hates when you mention that. And you'll notice he's, giving me some lecturing about being a pedophile. For those that don't know, 1 mile north of my location is an elementary school. I've been living here for 21 years. If I was a sexual predator of little girls, I would have been put in Trumbull Correctional Institute 1.5 miles south of my location like my uncle did years ago, a long time ago. And with today's prison justice system, because of all the child molestation, I would have been killed. All right? Because I'm sure there's going to be some whiny pissant fucking liberal that's going to have a problem with judging me with all their tolerance and understanding. And J. James is no different. He's a very tolerant, understanding liberal. Some other things that really piss him off that brings him to the point where he starts using these Activision Call of Duty crowd remarks on me that I used to hear all the time while playing, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 all the way up to Black Ops 3, is if you rag on his wife, okay? You'll notice down here somewhere he says about a full-grown woman, okay? And in a minute we're going to get to my responses on those, because I know I really pissed him off with that one. All right? And see, the thing is with these guys, they're so cocky because they think they can't get caught. He's smart enough to not give up information, but pissing them off is how you get them to make mistakes, okay? So first, we need to see, is he trolling me or is he really from the government? It doesn't matter, because if you are impersonating a government employee, it is a felony. So it doesn't matter if he's from the government or not. He's committing a felony either way. Ironically, I got my songs on shuffle, and my favorite Fragma song is coming on while I'm doing the video. Okay, so these are my responses, okay, when he started saying that. I'm obviously mocking him because he doesn't have a warrant, okay? I reminded him how conspiracies work, because now that the FBI has a suspect, they're probably going to need to silence that suspect before they come after me, okay? I mentioned he's proving me right every time I attack his masculinity, the Call of Duty references. Okay. And then I reminded him that I went ahead and took screenshots of all this so he wouldn't remove them. Because lately he's been removing a lot of his comments trying to cover his own ass, thinking he can do whatever he wants. Well, maybe if he had a wife that would kind of let him come and go as he pleases, he wouldn't need a government job thinking he can do as he pleases. And he wouldn't feel a need to talk down to me the way his wife talks down to him. Okay. See, I'm familiar with liberal males, and somewhere in here, oh, there it is. I'm confident he spelled ball-breaking combative bitch wrong, okay? Northeast Ohio is full of strong, sexually liberated, independent women that don't need no man, and they ain't gonna cook for no man, and they ain't gonna clean for no man, they ain't gonna take care of no man like they his mother. Believe me, I've had sex and dated plenty of them. Do you want to see real quick how to find a strong, sexually liberated, independent, equal woman in Northeast Ohio? Let me give you a real quick rundown. It's real quick. Takes only a few seconds. Walk out your front door. Look right. Look left. Within seconds, you'll find one. How many kids you're paying for that don't belong to you is the question. You know, that's a roll of the fucking dice, but they're out there everywhere. They're a dime a fucking dozen. Okay? That's one of the reasons why I'm still single. All right? And then, of course, I reminded him that he doesn't have a warrant. So nothing he has on me matters. Okay, so now let's say that he decides he wants to get his hands dirty and actually do this shit himself. Okay, and he wants to come after me for some reason. Well, this is usually how conspiracies work, so eventually he's going to have to get his hands dirty, but here's the limitations. He's a liberal. So he has to get permission from his wife to get the money to get the gas to drive up here, okay? He has to get permission from her to take the time off to leave to come up here to Ohio to find me. You know, he can't do anything without her permission. All right? So that eliminates him getting his hands dirty because he's a liberal. We know they don't put work in. All right, so we're going to take a look at a couple things. Average... Because, of course, being a government employee, he has the backing of the almighty government. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and look up the average cost of a loaf of bread. And if Bing will let me find it, average cost of a Hitman. And while we are looking at this, whoops, got an apostrophe in there. Let's see if I can get this to come up. Oh, I got bread recipes. Gluten-free, $51.98. What the fuck? But then again, my Irish Spring bath soap for showering is gluten-free for some reason. You know, because if I ever get hungry, I'm going to eat a cake of soap, right? But it's there. I mean, if you guys want to see it while these pages are actually loading, okay. Bing actually pulled it up, but I want y'all to see this real quick, okay? All right. Gluten-free bath soap. That's right, folks. Gluten-free bath soap. Gluten-free. What is our world coming to? Okay. Now, a couple other things we need to look at. Debt of United States, which should be over 31 trillion now from the last time I made a video. Oh, national debt clock, real time. This should be good. Okay. All right, so I gotta wait for this page to load. All right, now while we're waiting on these pages to load, the reason I'm bringing this up, okay, he has the backing of the United States almighty government. All right. So this is a debt to income ratio calculator app on my phone. Okay, this is my monthly gross income before taxes for funding his salary to sit on his lazy ass playing video games and harassing me in those video games all day. And my debt level of the payment on my car. My debt to income ratio is a nice healthy green 9%. Okay, the page is loading. That doesn't look too good. It's really fire engine red. Like, there's a lot of numbers on here. I could be mistaken, but I'm thinking those green numbers are some supposed to be bigger than these fucking red ones. I mean, I only have a high school diploma, so, you know, I could be a little foggy on basic fucking arithmetic and basic accounting and business principles, but... Okay, so... Now, the last time I actually checked the federal tax revenue, I didn't use this. I used my tax booklets from when I filed my taxes, okay? Which at that time, it was 3.5 trillion. So I'm going to have to adjust my calculations a little bit. And for simplicity matters, I'm going to round up on the federal tax revenue to $5 trillion, okay? And I'm going to round down to $31 trillion. Now, to do that, we've got to divide each by 12 for the monthly to be able to use my DTI ratio calculator. Okay, so let me see if my calculator app can even accept 12 fucking zeros behind a 31. So 31, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, it does. Okay. Divided by 12. Okay, so we have... monthly. Now, this is if they were making, you know, a monthly payment with a goal of paying this off in 12 months. We already know that with their income level, it would take them at least 10 years if they spent nothing on military, salaries, nothing on entitlement programs, infrastructure, nothing. Okay? It would take them over 10 years to pay it off already. We're hoping they get it paid off before the next ice age wipes us all off the face of the fucking planet. Hoping. Okay, it could happen. All right, so for simplicity, we're going to take 2583, since that 3 is what's called a repeating integer, because it'll always be 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 all the way through. It'll never end. Okay? So now we have a 5 with 12 zeros. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Divided by 12. And we have 416 with a whole bunch of 6s, 0.67, because it rounds up. All right. So, income, 417. Okay. So this is in billions. 2,583 billion a month. 417 billion a month in income. It's not a good ratio. I can already tell by looking at it, but we're going to put it in the calculator just in case. So it's not an auto loan. It's not a mortgage loan. I mean, he did forgive student loans this year for whiny, lazy college liberal brats that are liberal college students and don't like responsibility for taking out loans. I'd say it's a credit card, but with their credit score, they ain't getting a fucking credit card anytime soon. So we're going to go with miscellaneous. 2583. Okay. Income. Well, they don't work, so they won't get a W-2. Well, wait. No, this is income into the IRS. So no, yeah, I don't have to worry about bribes. Okay, if I was going for individual members of Congress, they would need a W-2 for bribes because those have to be claimed on your income taxes. 1099. No, Congress isn't under contract, at least not by the U.S. taxpayers, maybe by Pfizer, but I doubt Pfizer is going to be sending Joe Biden a 1099 form for the kickbacks for pushing the COVID vaccine. So we're going to put the income under miscellaneous also. Okay, yeah, 619% debt to income ratio. So let's see, Joshua Howard, 9% debt to income ratio. Almighty government. 619%. Fire engine fucking red. No surprise there. Okay, so, well, with a 619 debt to income ratio, it's pretty safe to say that the United States American government cannot afford to buy a $3 loaf of bread without borrowing from China to pay for it. The average cost of hiring a hitman, according to Bing, is at least $5,000. So he won't be hiring a hitman to come and snipe me. All right, that ain't gonna happen. I gotta worry about that. I got cameras on my property, so I ain't gotta worry about bombs or anything like that. She can't set foot on my property without my cameras catching it. The fact that I was even able to find this is kind of disturbing. but it's kind of funny at the same time given the video that I'm making. So now, as far as Jay James goes, he really doesn't have a lot of options here, because his wife isn't gonna, like, you know, give him any permission to do this, unless, of course, she watches my videos and hears my sexist remarks. Then she might, but he's also a liberal, so he's gonna try and get somebody else to do it before he gets me to do it. As far as this goes, American taxpayers, this is your taxpayer. This is your tax dollars hard at work, courtesy of the United States federal government. They know I have an open mental health case through the Trumbull County Mental Health Board. I've long since thrown the paperwork away because I'm obviously not mentally ill anymore. I just don't have the money to file it in court and get it taken off so I can get my guns back. Okay? And I think I speak for all of the American taxpayers when I say this, that we want a fucking refund. Okay? They've got fictitious LLCs like this Rain Parade LLC that sent me the chocolate penis with the fictitious address out in San Diego. Okay. In fact, some of the comments from a Zach on my YouTube mentioned a Brian that works in the CIA. And when I mentioned having the address to this LLC, they didn't respond any further. So I'm wondering if the Brian he referred to was Brian Pritz, or Adam Haskell was the one replying with the Zach. I don't know. You know, they could be using fake profiles on YouTube. It wouldn't surprise me. But I mean, here's the information for them committing mail fraud. You know, looking at this from a perspective of everything, you won't listen to me about the stainless steel cross that hangs around my neck for why you can't beat me. Okay? So let's go to look at this logically. Carlin used to use this flawless thing called logic. Logic. Almighty government, incapable of balancing checkbook. Okay? I gotta set the phone down to log in real quick, but actually I can do it on my phone. Give me just a second. Now, as we know from my previous videos, I can clearly balance a checkbook, so I've definitely got one up on them there. They can't read the Constitution because they didn't realize the Fourth Amendment exists. And actually, one of the reasons I'm able to catch them and get the evidence I got to the FBI is I'm a private citizen, which means I don't need a warrant. FICO scorecard. Oh, green. There's a lot of green in my credit report. And I really, you know, that's what it really is, Jay, isn't it? As empty as my Huntington checking account is, for as much as you pick on me about all this stuff and calling me a rapist and everything else, which is actually slander, it's all because your employer is just jealous of my credit score, isn't it? And I believe there was a comment about my Huntington routing number in one of my videos. Has anybody else noticed I'm putting all my personal shit out on YouTube that you're not supposed to put out online, and no hacker is touching me? So I'm going to go ahead and turn the music off because I promised to play some very good songs for Jay to represent his life and his marriage. Okay, so I can start closing some of these tabs. And we'll just go back to base YouTube, and they are from Sean Morey. Okay. Oh, there it is. In fact, I promised 2 originally, but you notice that he said, she heard. I'm actually going to do 3 songs for him. And then for the Dark Age, this final part of the video is going to be especially for the Dark Age of Camelot community. It's just a little reminder of something. So we're going to start with the Man Song by Sean Morey. This is probably Jay James to a T.
Ladies gentlemen, the man song.
In case you're wondering, it's a song about being pussy whipped.
I don't take no crap from anybody else but you. I wear the pants around here when I finish with your laundry. Cause I'm a guy you don't want to fight. When I say jump, you say you're right. I'm the man of this house. He's the man. He's the man. What I say goes around here, right out the window. And I don't want to hear a lot of whining, so I'll shut up. The sooner you learn who's boss around here, the sooner you can give me my orders, dear. Because I'm head honcho around here, but I call him my head. He's the man. He's the man. And I can have sex anytime that you want. Because I'm a man who has needs, but they're not that important. And don't expect any flowers from me, because if I'm not mistaken, you prefer jewelry. I'm the king of my castle when you're not around. He's the man. He's the man. And I'll drink and watch sports whenever I want to get in trouble. And I'll come home when I'm good and ready to sleep on the couch. Because a man's got to do what a man's got to do, and I'm going to do what you tell me to, because I'm top dog around here, but I've been neutered. He's the man. He's the man. You're the man.
That's one. All right, let's see here. Okay, this is a song about marriage and miscommunication in marriage between men and women. This would definitely apply to Jay James's marriage.
She said, "You look handsome today, dear." He heard, "I just bought something really expensive." He said, "Are you having an affair?" She heard, "'Cause I am, and it's great." She said, "Do I look fat in these pants?" He heard, "Do you ever want to have sex again?"
Oh, whoops. I did not mean to pause that video. Oh, why did I delete a response? I didn't delete any responses. I'm going to have to get a screenshot at the end of this video.
Totally trained. She said it was fun visiting your mother. He heard, "You owe me big time." He said, "I bought you something from Victoria's Secret." She heard, "And could you wear this bag over your head too?" She said, "Was it good for you?" He heard, "'Cause I hope someone had fun." She said, "We need to talk."
This one's all,
He heard, "You need a lawyer." He said, "Would you mind squeezing the toothpaste from the bottom?" She heard, "Do you mind living with an anal retentive neurotic?" She said, "You were snoring again last night." He heard, "Do you have to breathe?" He said, "I'm thinking about buying a motorcycle." She heard, "I'm in the mood for a big fight." She said, "Would you go clothes shopping with me?" He heard, "Can I pull your fingernails out with pliers?" He said, "I thought our waitress was very nice." She heard, "I'll be thinking about her during sex." She said, "This commercial is so beautiful." He heard, "I'm getting my period." He said, "Let's try something new tonight." She heard, "Let's see if you're double jointed." She said, "Do you mind not watching football?" He heard, "Do you mind if I chop off your balls?"
Okay, and then I have one more that will definitely apply, and I believe it's called The Marriage Song. It's on my Xbox, my regular Xbox, so if I can't find it on YouTube, I know I can find it on my Xbox hard drive. Let me see. The dad song, mom song. Let's see. ADD song. Anniversary song. Here we go. This one is all J. James all day long. I'm going to go ahead and respond to Crypto right now while I'm recording the video, asking him which comment is removed so I can go ahead and get the screenshot recorded.
It's our anniversary, a special time for reminiscing. The years were filled with joy, I say that cause she meant to listen. A married life is hard, according to most every survey. But I did what a man must do, I did it her way. I never spoke my mind because I did not have a death wish. Even when she turned the heat so frickin' high, she boiled the goldfish. I live for those special nights that we had every other Thursday. That's when we had sex, and we had it her way. I never came in late, cause I did not want to alarm her. I drove the car so slow that I was passed by Amish farmers. I threw out all my naked pictures of my old girlfriend Connie. And more, much more than this, I sat through Yanni. Said, what is a man without a wife? To tell him how to live his life. What is a king without his queen? To tell him when the light is green. The record's clear. I said yes, dear, and did it.
Okay, let me go ahead and get a screenshot of this. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go back to my channel because we're almost to the end of the video, and I just caught Crypto in the act of removing my comments and accusing me of something I did not do, and you guys saw it all on camera. Okay, so let's go to videos. And as I responded, I was letting him know that I was covering in this video that impersonation of a federal employee when you're not a federal employee is a felony. These cocky assholes. I gave the FBI your fucking license plate, you dumb shit. I was trying to keep you out of the fucking video, but okay. Okay, let's see here. Where is it? And this is just my heritage to the Dark Age of Camelot community. Let's see. Never voting for another Democrat ever. Well, one thing about it, the players in Dark Age of Camelot that I'm dealing with are definitely, beyond any reason of a doubt, ensuring I'm always going to vote for conservative Christian candidates for the rest of my life. Let's see. It's got to be after this one because this is where I apologize to Rufel because he was used like a pawn. Let's see. We're going to watch this video. Notice he wasn't using hack stats either. Look at his damages, 125. He was hitting me for normal damage levels. 156 on a critical. His offhand was only hitting 6 to 70. They didn't start doing that until I figured out how to beat him. And I was hitting him for 180, 200 damage with a one-hand weapon. That's where I had to put the phone down. I think I was waiting on my potion at that point. There's this fucking healing procs going off like crazy. Just remember, guys,
Fuck your run through.
No matter what happens, no matter how many hacks you come up with, no matter how many people you bribe, this video will always remind you of the day I came into Dark Age of Camelot as the worst player in the history of the game, and I beat your cheating asses at the same game you created without cheating myself. And as a final adieu to the federal government and those that are from the federal government watching this, like Mr. J. James and Mr. Crypto, who's now claiming he's from the FBI and adding more felonies to the charges that he's racking up, I think I can say it without further ado. Fuck your PRISM surveillance software servers. Take care. Thanks for watching, guys.